The wind whispers through the empty fields. It carries with it the echoes of screams. These are the remnants of Topeka State Hospital. Once a beacon of hope, it became a house of horrors. For over a century, it stood as a monument to madness. Now only crumbling ruins and chilling tales remain. Established in 1872, Topeka State Hospital was supposed to offer solace. It promised treatment for the mentally ill. The reality was far more sinister. The hospital's design, based on the Kirkbride plan, became a blueprint for despair. Long, eerie corridors echoed with the sobs of the forgotten. Sunlight struggled to penetrate the imposing structure. It was as if the building itself conspired to trap its inhabitants in darkness. The hospital's descent into depravity was a slow, agonizing process. What began as good intentions became twisted. Overcrowding, understaffing, and a lack of resources plagued the institution. The patients, once viewed as individuals in need of care, were reduced to mere burdens. The air grew heavy with the stench of suffering. Hope, once a flickering flame, was snuffed out entirely. Stories of abuse began to surface. Whispers turned to screams. Still, the horrors continued unabated. Patients endured unimaginable cruelties within the asylum's walls. They were subjected to torturous medical experiments. Restraints were used not as a last resort, but as a routine form of punishment. The cries of the tormented were met with indifference. The case of John Green stands as a chilling testament to the hospital's barbarity. Starved and denied basic medical care, Green succumbed to his ailments. His death, a horrific blend of neglect and malice, shook even the most hardened observer. But the horrors didn't end there. Green's lifeless body was further desecrated, his brain removed for medical study without his family's knowledge or consent. Another dark chapter unfolded in 1992. Stephanie Ulrich, a compassionate staff member, became a victim of the asylum's violence, murdered by a patient. Her death highlighted the dangerous conditions within the hospital walls. The tragedy sent shockwaves through the community, revealing the true cost of neglect and the ever-present danger lurking within the asylum. The hospital's grim history is punctuated by countless other stories of suffering. Each tale adds another layer of darkness to the institution's already tarnished legacy. These were not isolated incidents. They were the symptoms of a systemic rot, a pervasive evil that permeated every corner of the asylum. The hospital's reign of terror finally came to an end in 1997. Its doors closed, seemingly consigning its horrors to the past. But some wounds run too deep to ever truly heal. The land on which the hospital stood remains scarred, haunted by the anguish of those who suffered within its walls. A short distance from the crumbling ruins lies a cemetery, the final resting place for 1,157 souls. It stands as a somber reminder of the hospital's tragic legacy. Most of the graves are unmarked, the identities of those buried beneath lost to time. The silence is deafening, broken only by the wind whistling through the weathered headstones. But even in death, peace eludes these tormented souls. Visitors to the cemetery report unsettling occurrences, unexplained cold spots, disembodied voices, and spectral figures darting among the headstones. It seems the anguish and despair that permeated the hospital have seeped into the very ground itself. Today, the ruins of Topeka State Hospital stand as a chilling reminder of our capacity for both compassion and cruelty. The stories of those who lived and died within its walls serve as a warning, a reminder that the line between sanity and madness is perilously thin. The paranormal activity reported at the site is not merely the stuff of ghost stories, it is a manifestation of the raw, unprocessed pain and suffering that transpired within those walls. The spirits of the abused and the forgotten linger, seeking solace or perhaps vengeance. Topeka State Hospital may be gone, but its legacy of madness endures. The wind whispers its secrets, carrying the echoes of screams into the night. It is a stark reminder that the past is never truly gone. It lingers in the shadows, waiting to claim us.